breaks away short-handed, cutting in.
Team captain Rod Langway.
At the point, Langway, his drive, a shot, and a goal! Langway taking out two Nordiques in the corner.
If you're a superstar,
Bondra in to score! Langway is really going to town now.
Bondra rings up number 30.
Well, so much of Caps 50 Fest revolves around Capital legends, and there are no bigger Capital legends than the two gentlemen I'm with right now, Peter Bondra and Rod Langway. Guys, so great to have you with us. What do you make about this unbelievable turnout for this fan fest?
That's a celebration.
Well, yeah, it's unbelievable, Al. You know, you came here in '84. I was here in '82. We were begging people to come to watch us, and now Thursday night, 2 days before the opening night, and they're expecting 10,000 people.
Yeah, it's celebration, and just also 5-0 remind us how old we are. But saying that, I was happy and glad and lucky to be a part of this organization for so many years, as a player for 14 years, and now working for Monumental another probably 8 to 10. So I live in the area DMV for last over 35 years. So, hey, what else to say? I'm luckiest person.
Well, let's talk about how you both got here, because I think both stories are fascinating. Rod, we know about the big trade in 1984. Brought you, Brian Engblom, Doug Jarvis, and some other guy who I keep forgetting. I think he wore 18 at some point.
Good move.
Yeah, good move. But what did you think? You came from Montreal Canadiens, consistent Stanley Cup champions, coming to a team that, when they first started, won a total of 8 games. What was your reaction on that trade to bring you to Washington?
Well, I knew we were going from Canadian funds to U.S. funds, which was like a 40% raise. But you know, once we got here, we realized, well, you know, Brian Murray had an unbelievable meeting first day, and David Poyle, and we had so many, you know, parts from all over the league. So in my case, I was just saying, make the best of it. And the rumor was that we're going to be sold anyways. And that's when, you know, save the Caps. But it didn't happen, and we made, you know, with a lot of help, we saved the Caps, and we're still here.
And as we take a look at some of the highlights, Bonza, you can see things that Rod got away with back then. I don't know if we can get away with today.
No, I had a chance to play in train camp against Rod, and I felt that. Trust me, that was he wasn't easy on me, but yeah, for sure. Like he was a warrior.
Your story is fascinating as well, because we have to bring in the late, great Jack Button, who was the Capitals director of scouting. How did he find and discover Peter Bondra and get him to Washington?
How he did. Actually, I was playing in the Czechoslovakian league, and Jack Button came over to scout Richard Smelling. He played for Buffalo later on. So he saw me play, and the next thing I know, he came to watch me play against next game, and I met him first time, and he asked me simple questions. If I ever thought to be playing in National Hockey League. And a few months later, I was here. I actually had a chance to see first National Hockey League game, which is I was in it. So it's kind of a little bit different story, because not easy. You don't have a social media, you don't have internet. First game, like I said, I ever saw, I was in it. So I had a great seat, and I was skating from the bench. And looking back, I can only tell you I was lucky to be surrounded with great people from beginning, especially teammates like Rod and others. And also organization helped me make the first step, just establish myself and family here in DMV. And if I'm looking back, I'm just thankful to whatever Capitals did and make an impact on my life and my family's life.
Rod, I remember the first time I saw this man skate and shoot. You're like, wow, that 1-2 combination is pretty impressive, isn't it?
Oh, we had some good skaters, and you know, when you can compete with Mike Gardner skating-wise, and I will say that Mike won the race with Peter, but it was real tight, and that showed that, you know, he had the quality to play and become a superstar in the NHL.
You know, I know a lot of new Cap fans appreciating the Ovi era, the Rock the Red era, but I hope everybody understands the teams that these guys both played on. You guys were both part of 100-point teams when 100 points was a real accomplishment. There was no extra point for a tie. What were some of the best teams you played on, and what was the one team you thought, you know, this is the team that should have done it all?
Well, I think that we had a great team when we went to finals. I think there's even George McPhee brought some key players on the end, and I felt that Olaf Olaf Kolzig, obviously, he brought us to the finals, and we rolled on his back through the playoffs. But for sure, I think that year we had a great regular season and playoffs to beat Boston, Ottawa, and Buffalo. That was really fun to be a part of this sort of ride. But unfortunately, Detroit came and took our hopes. But I would say that year was one of my special years.
Yeah, that Detroit team was truly unbelievable. But Rod, some of the teams with you, Brian Murray, just stacked. I mean, as I said, 100-plus point seasons. What was the team you thought this was the one?
Oh, shoot. I think it's probably the last year that we had 4 defensemen score 20 goals. I'm not sure if it was 88, 87. And it was Drew's year when Drew got hot in the playoffs. And we went all the way into the semifinals, and we faced Boston. And then Hatcher went down with a knee, Dino went down with a knee, and Scotty and I played with separated shoulders. And we had, then from there, we went downward. We lost 4 straight to Boston.
Well, but the Capitals did get it done in 2018. Both of you guys have been around this team a long time. What did it mean to both of you to finally see a Stanley Cup come to Washington, D.C.?
I mean, for me, it was a relief over 46?
Yeah.
Something like that, or maybe 44 years, actually, 44 years. Just felt something which is, finally we did it. I was on the ice, but I was on the ice. I felt like really a little bit emotional, and I was glad to see Ovi lift the cup. And obviously, I didn't help physically on the ice, but the trades, what the Caps made, they built a team for that year. And like I said, I'm really happy to be still part of this organization and witness actually that success what we had.
Well, it brought tears to my eyes, honest to God. And I was with a bunch of friends, and I just couldn't believe what I just saw. And then going from the games to the parade and run down the parade, it was really special.
Well, it's been great having you guys here. Number 5, number 12, truly Capital legends here at 50 Fest. Peter Bondra, Rod Langway, let's hear it for the boys as we send it for more with Tarek El-Bashir.